In this video, we're going to sketch this parametric curve. We are going to sketch this parametric curve. So start out by sketching your x component. That will then give you this graph. And then sketch your y component. That will then give you this graph. So now we've got to combine these two to build up a mental picture of our parametric curve. Okay, so looking at this, when time equals 0, you're going to be here. So when time equals 0, you're going to be, well, x in the x direction it will be 0, but when time equals 0, it will be the y component will be 9. So you're going to start here at time equals 0. But then looking at this, imagine you're here in the x direction. In the x direction, because it's negative, you're in the negative here. It means looking at the horizontal component only. You start, even though you start here, but horizontally you start here, and then you're going to move to the left. You're going to move to the left. You're going to move to the left because you start here, and then you're in the negative. So that means you're moving to the left, and then you're going to reach your maximum value to the left, which happens to be -4. So you're going to reach somewhere around here, -4, and then you're going to head back towards 0. Then you're going to head back towards 0. So what that means on this graph will be you heading back towards 0. And then from here onwards, as time goes on, you're just going to move to the right-hand side. So as time goes on, you're just going to head towards the right-hand side. So what's actually happening is, by looking at this graph, you can tell that the graph, your curve will move in the negative direction, will reach your maximum value of -4, and then you're going to head back towards 0 and then head towards the right-hand side as time goes on. So, hang on. So when time equals 0, x component will be 0, y component will be 9. So you're going to start here at time equals 0. So looking at this, when you reach your, so we know in the horizontal direction it's going to reach its maximum point at -4. And -4, but that occurs when the time is 2. So when time is 2, so we know in the x direction it's going to move like this. It's going to move here back to 0 and then all the way to the right. But if you want to know precisely where, we know it will reach its maximum value of -4. But we just don't know where. It could be here. It could be here. It could be here. It could be anywhere along here. If you want to know where, then stick this into here. Stick this into here. That will give you -4. But if you want to know the height, then stick 2 into here. So this will be 9 take away. Well, if you put the 2 into here, it will be 4. So it would be 9 take away 4. That would be 5. So what that means is when time equals, what that means is this. Hang on. Time equals 0, your particle starts here. At time equals 2, which is this bit here, it will reach its maximum value to the left-hand side. And then it's going to head back towards 0 here. So what's happening is you start here, time equals 0. So time equals 0, you start here. You're going to head towards towards the left-hand side. You're going to head towards the left-hand side, and then reach your maximum value of -4, and then you're going to head back towards, in the horizontal direction, you're going to head back towards 0. So you're going to head back towards 0, and by the time you get to here, that will be right here. That will be right here at 4 seconds. At 4 seconds. So what it's doing is this. Something like this, and that correlates to what I said earlier, where you're moving to the right, and then you reach a maximum value of -4, and then you're going to head back towards 0. You head back towards 0 at time equals 4. So that's why at time equals 4, the particle is here. So you start here, but horizontally you're moving to the left, and then you're moving back again, and then you end up here after 4 seconds. Okay, and then if you look at this graph here, if you look at this graph here, the y value will be 0 at +3 and -3. So the y value will be 0 at positive 3. So when time equals positive 3, you can see that the y value would be 0 right here. And then at negative 3, it's going to be 0. Negative 3 would be here. If you want to know what, you know at time negative 3, it would be 0. If you want to know where, then you put it back into here, put it into here, put it into here, and it will then tell you the coordinates, 21, 0. So time equals 0, you start here. So you will trace out this path here, and then time equals negative 3. It would be like this, and then select t equals 10 or something. It will probably be somewhere around here, and then your curve will look something like this. Okay, so if you get a graph plot, the point is that you can extract a lot of information by just looking at these two graphs. Okay, so if you get a graph plotter and plot this for t from t equals negative 10 to positive 10, it will look like this. It will look like this. Okay.